China, the world's oldest culture and the fastest growing economy with a mobile market that has no equal. All this begs the ultimate question.
Master, why haven't the Pokemon Go still released in China?
I'm afraid it's not an easy question to answer, but we must dig deep, real deep, to find the truth.
Hello and welcome, dear viewers and listeners, to another episode of Game Vortex dedicated to Pokemon Go. I apologize that it's been so long, but we are back, and we're back in style, and today it is time, as you've seen in the intro, to address the elephant in the room. China, the biggest mobile market on the planet. Why the fuck hasn't it still received the Pokemon Go? Why the hell most of my predictions didn't come true, even though I had the information from the very close sources to Niantic? And today, after a very long break, I can finally share with you what really happened and when can you expect the release of this game in China and India. But they are both in a quite different situations. Now, let's dive in straight away to China. Why the hell the game didn't come out there? Because this game is immensely popular. It's been released in the beginning of July. Right now it's 17th of September, and there is not a single trace. Now Niantic yesterday came out and said that they're actually working on the game and hope that it's going to come out very soon, which is a pile of fucking bullshit. So what really happened, let me tell you about it. Now, at about the end of September, beginning of August, I already received information that the servers for the China are live and they're ready. But for some reason the game hasn't passed the licensing thing. Unlike any other countries, you know, when you have to send your game to QA, review the game policy, testing if it complies with all the regulations, China is much more different than any other country. The Communist Party does have the different strict rules, and what essentially destroyed the release of Pokemon Go is the fact that Google and China has a very bad relationship with the government. They actually withdrew and all their products became banned, and Niantic was incubated at Google, and when the Google basically allowed it to be separated but still under the same umbrella, you mustn't forget that they are very closely tied with Google, and that's how they help Google to make revenue and new users and all that thing. So what happened in reality? Let's talk about first thing, unlike other countries, if you want to release your game, you need to send your game for approval to the government organization. This process takes on average 85 days in China, as I was told by the people close to the source. So even that amount of time still hasn't passed technically, but Niantic submitted the game much earlier because they knew exactly what's going to happen. So it should have came out already, but then the second problem and the biggest problem here is that Niantic is using GPS, which is American technology, and also Google Maps. That is the core of the game. Both of these services are not preferable in China. The second one, Google Maps, is completely blocked there. So that is the biggest issue. The only solution for Niantic would be to use a third-party Chinese local mapping system, which means they completely have to integrate it into their system, allow the API to connect to that, which allows it to be more hacks and bots and other things available and created. But eventually this is something that they have to do, otherwise they cannot get this game out. If they continue using Google Maps there, it's not going to come out ever, and the people has to understand this. You have to understand that it's not that simple. And right now, to be honest, after 3 months of pretty much 3 months of release of Pokemon Go, will it actually make any difference in China? Because as you can see right now, I mean, I've been reading like an article, 75% of the people in the US that used to pay money no longer buy anything in the game. 75% out of 100. That's fucking 3/4. It's insane. That's insane. That is crazy. So this is the main reason. So until they can get that shit done, until they can integrate Baidu Maps or something like that, you won't see Pokemon Go there. But as far as I've heard, this process is pretty much complete, almost complete. They already found a way. I think they're using Baidu Maps, I'm not entirely sure, but definitely one of the two companies there is assisting them. And this game should see the light of the day in China because the servers are live, and I think that by the end of this month or beginning of next month you will see an official release. Now let's go to number 2, India. And what the hell has happened in India? I mean, they don't have the same problems as China does, even though there were a couple of regulation issues that were there, but nothing really substantial came out from there. What's the reason for that? Well, I wasn't entirely sure because India wasn't a plant after the Southeast Asia, but what I think is that when the Niantic saw the drop off in players and the outcry of them removing features like nearby and so on and so forth, they knew that if they continue to roll out the game in new territories instead of adding new features to the game, they will continue to lose users. So there is no point. If you keep losing users but gaining new ones, but by the time you get new ones, the other countries that received it a month or two ago, they stopped playing already. So they knew they had to make a bid, and it was confirmed. That was my theory, but it was confirmed yesterday on the post and during the tech crunch on the 16th, which was yesterday. Basically, Niantic said that yes, that's the reason, because we didn't want to continue rolling out the game if we're not adding new features, and we only have that many people to go around and do something. They did ask Google in the beginning when the game started breaking the servers to send the programmers to assist them with the development and allowing for more servers and so on and so forth. So this is the reason. Basically, they prioritize the new features more than the release to the other countries because they see that the drop-off started to happen. Basically, they cannot just come out and say, sorry guys, we know our game is bare bones, it sucks, it doesn't have much strategy, it doesn't have a battle element and things like that. So we have this big roadmap now. So either we continue releasing the game and then delivering the features 2 years down the line, or we're delivering the features now and then we release the game in the new territories when it comes, when it's going to be ready. Now, the India won't have to wait as long as China for sure, because they don't have the same issues. I think that Niantic also understands that they need to at least start expanding to the new markets, because it's been pretty much a month almost since the game came out in the newer markets, like here in Thailand. So yeah, I mean, people here are stopped playing already. Yeah, the ones in Bangkok occasionally post something. When the game just came out, the Pokemon Go official group in Bangkok, or Thailand for that matter, it was fucking flooded with messages and photos and this and that and this. Now, like, gazillion bots are running, but people no longer on the street walking around and doing anything. Like, I rarely see anyone playing anymore. There aren't any lures for most of the time. The gyms are all dominated by blue team between Mystic, and they all like level 9 with fucking gazillion Pokemons that you will never be able to beat. People want new features, and Niantic knows mobile gaming is like a fart. It goes out quick and evaporates in an instant, so they can lose everything that they've been trying to build on. So they did promise. Now you already have a delivery of the buddy system, which I'm going to be talking about in the next video, how it works and what's it for. And you're also looking at, they said they've been saying that for 2 months that the trading is coming, and that PvP right now, they said, is not on their priority list, but they added that to the roadmap. What they will bring next is the Gen 2 of the Pokemons. They're eventually planning to expand to 700 Pokemons. While I think that's a great idea, but a lot of us who live in the rural area still haven't seen most of them. I've caught 104 out of 150 or something like that, right? So my biggest issue is that I want more features in the game. I don't want new Pokemons. You can take care of add new features and roll out the game to India and China and other markets who still want it, to get the fresh new players in, because people will lose interest waiting for your game. And on the second part, you just go ahead and roll out the game slowly, add new features, and then add your new Gen 2 Pokemons. Because right now, this is not what killing the game. It's not that it's the Gen 2 Pokemons are missing, we need more Pokemons. You have them, but there is nothing that you can do with them. Apart from going to the gym, that's the only way to battle, and good luck there, getting your 10 coins. Buddy system, yeah, now you can actually walk around and I'm not going to go dive into that. It's way too technical to explain to you how it works and how you calculate when you're going to get the next candy and which Pokemon hatch from what egg actually affects the amount of candies that you get per kilometers. Anyway, so this is everything that I wanted to tell you today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel over here and over there, anywhere you want. Leave the comment below, click the like button, share the video, help me grow, and I'll continue making this video. I'm ramping up my production. I'm gonna make better videos with the better equipment very soon. I'm waiting for a few things to arrive. And most importantly, please let me know in the comments below, are you still waiting for the game if you're living in India or China or any other market where it still haven't released? And do you think you can wait longer, or do you honestly don't really care about anymore? So there we go. Thank you very much for watching Game Vortex. I'm Vitaly and I'll see you guys in the next video.